Hi students, welcome to Sankalp Study Success. I am Tirupati Rao, chemistry lecturer. Please subscribe our channel. Today I am going to discuss about radius of electron in nth orbit. Radius of electron in nth orbit. Okay, in atomic structure. Now, so this is the atom. So the mid part of the atom is said to be nucleus. Nucleus having positive charge. Here the electron can revolve around the nucleus in circular path. So here the electron having negative charge. So the distance between the center of the nucleus to and outer orbit is r. That is the atomic radius. So the distance between the center of the nucleus to outer orbit is said to be atomic radius. So that can be written as r. Right. Now here the charge of nucleus is positive and the charge of electron is negative. So some of the electrostatic force of attraction present between the nucleus and electron. So some of the attractive force, some of the electrostatic force of attraction present between the nucleus and electron. What is that? Electrostatic. Okay, sorry. Right. So electrostatic force of attraction present between nucleus and electron. So is equal to, so your electrostatic force of attraction present between nucleus and electron. So the charge of electron is negative, like E minus. The charge of nucleus, suppose this nucleus containing proton and neutron. The charge of neutron is neutral, like 0. Okay, but the charge of proton is positive. Suppose the nucleus containing Z protons means 2 protons, 3 protons. So 2 protons, 3 protons means the number of proton is equal to atomic number. If the 2 protons are present in nucleus, its atomic number is 2. So similarly, here we can say Z protons are present in this nucleus. Z protons are present in nucleus. So what is the charge of nucleus? Okay, the charge of one proton, we can say the charge of proton and charge of electron is equal and in opposite direction. Suppose charge of proton is equal to 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs. And similarly charge of electron, this is the positive, and the charge of electron is equal to 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs. So the charge of electron and proton are same, but its sign is different. So proton having positive charge, electron having a negative side. Negative sign. But its values are same. So now I am taking charge of proton is equal to electron. Okay, charge of proton is equal to electron, right? So this nucleus containing Z protons. Okay, the total charge of nucleus is equal to the charge of one proton is equal to, we can say E plus. Now the charge of nucleus, the total charge of nucleus is equal to Ze plus. Why? Here the nucleus containing Z protons, right? According to Coulomb's law. Okay, this is studied in physics. According to Coulomb's law, F is equal to K into Q1 Q2 by R square, where K is constant, Q1 Q2 are charges. So similarly here also electrostatic forces electrostatic forces is equal to K into Q1. Okay, what is the charge of electron? E minus. What is the charge of electron? Ze plus. Q1, Q2. So Ze plus and okay into E minus by what is distance? R square. So what is the Coulomb's law? F is equal to K into Q1 Q2 by R square, where Q1 Q2 are charges, right? So here the charge of electron is E minus and the charge of nucleus is Ze plus. So electrostatic force F is equal to K into Ze plus into E minus by R square. Therefore K into Z. So E into E square, the charge of proton and charge of electron. Charge of proton is positive, charge of electron is negative. Plus into minus. So R square. So this is the electrostatic force. This is the electrostatic force of attraction. Electrostatic force of attraction. Electrostatic force of attraction. Right. So minus K Ze square by R square. Now, so here the electron is present in here the electron can revolve around the nucleus in circular path. So this is this electron is present in rotatory motion. Rotatory motion. Any body present in rotatory motion, that is having a centrifugal force. So any body present in rotatory motion, that is having the centrifugal force. What is centrifugal force? The force acting away from the nucleus. So here the electrostatic force means this is the nucleus positive, this is the negative charge of electron. Some of the attractive force present between the nucleus and electron. So this electrostatic force of attraction acting towards the nucleus. But here the electron is present in rotatory motion, so that is having a centrifugal force. What is centrifugal force? Centrifugal force is the force acting away from the nucleus. The force, centrifugal force means centrifugal force is the force, that force acting away from the nucleus. For now, centrifugal force is equal to tell me, so mv square by r. So here the mass of electron is m, and it is moving with v velocity, So the mass of electron is m and it is moving with v velocity in the orbit. So its kinetic energy, its a centrifugal force is equal to mv square by r. For electron in the stationary orbit, okay, per electron in the stationary orbit, according to Bohr's theory, the electron can revolve around the nucleus in circular paths. So the energy of these paths are stable. The energy of these orbits are stable. That means the energy of electron in this orbit cannot lose or emit. That means cannot gain or cannot emit. So these orbits are said to be stationary orbits. So per electron in the stationary orbit, so here the attractive force acting towards the nucleus, but that is the electrostatic force of attraction, and also here the electron having a centrifugal force, that force acting away from the nucleus, So this is the centrifugal force that is acting away from the nucleus. So this is the electrostatic force of attraction. So that is acting towards the nucleus. So these two forces are equal and present in opposite direction, and the electron is present in a stationary orbit. Okay, right. For electron in the stationary orbit, centrifugal force is equal to electrostatic force. Electrostatic force of attraction. Electrostatic force of attraction is equal to centrifugal force. Right, centrifugal force. So both are present in opposite direction. So electrostatic force of attraction is equal to minus centrifugal force. Its forces are equal, but its direction is opposite. So opposite means negative sign can be taken. So electrostatic force of attraction, what its formula? Minus k z e square by r square is equal to minus centrifugal force minus mv square by r. So r cancel. So what is remaining? Minus k minus cancel and remaining so r is equal to kze square by mv square. Okay, r is equal to kze square by mv square. Right, this equation we can say 1. Now, right, according to second postulate of Bohr's atomic theory, so mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi. So what is this? What is the second postulate? The angular momentum of the electron. Is equal to the angular momentum of electron in the orbit is equal to integral multiple of h by 2 pi, where n is equal to 1, 2, 3 and so on. So this is the second postulate. mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi. Now v is equal to nh by 2 pi mvr. So mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi, where v is equal to nh by 2 pi mr. So this is 2 from 1 and 2. So write from 1 and 2. Right, from 1 and 2. Right, from 1 and 2. Right, from 1 and 2. What is 1? All right, r is equal to k into ze square by m v square. Okay, here v is equal to nh by 2 pi mr, where v square is equal to n square h square 4 pi square m square r square. If v is equal to nh by 2 pi mr, where v square is equal to n square h square by 4 pi square m square r square. Right, so this is 2 from 1 and 2. Right, m v square. Right, v square is equal to n square h square by 4 pi square m square r square. So this value is substituted in this position, n square h square by 4 pi square m square r square. Right, now this can be written as k into ze square into 4 pi square m square r square by m into n square h square, n square h square. M cancel, and what is remaining? R is equal to right mvr, right, r is equal to mv square. Okay, where a value is 4 pi square m square r square, right. Now what is remaining? K e square into 4 pi square m r square by n square h square by n square h square into z. Right, this is h square and it is n square. So we know that if now all these values are substituted in this equation, we got what are these values? Like r is equal to 1 by 4 r, like sorry, k is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Epsilon is equal to permittivity, so is equal to 9 into 10 to the power of 9 its value. So 9 into 10 to the power of 9 k value. So 9 into 10 to the power of 9 into 10 to the power of 9 into charge of electron. So here this can be taken, charge of electron 4.80 into 10 to the power of minus 10 ESU, electrostatic unit. 4.80 into 10 to the power of minus 10 ESU. So 4.8 into 10 to the power of minus 10 whole square into 4 into pi value 3.14 whole square. Here mass of electron. So R is equal to k value 9 into 10 to the power of 9 into e square 4.80 into 10 to the power of minus 10 whole square is equal to 4 into 3.14 square into mass of electron. So mass of electron mass of electron m is equal to 9.10 into 10 to the power of minus 28 grams. 10 to the power of minus 8 grams. So here R cancel. What is remaining? N square h square is equal to k into e square 4 pi square into m into r into z by into z. Now R is equal to n square h square by k into e square into 4 pi square into mz. Now substitute these values. So R is equal to h value. What is the h value? H is equal to 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 27 erg into second. So 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 27 erg into second whole square into n square by k value of k 9 into 10 to the power of 9 into charge of electron 4.80 into 10 to the power of minus 10 square into 4 into 5 value 3.14 square mass of electron 9.10 into 10 to the power of minus 28 into Z. So R is equal to, so all these values are substituted in the equation. Finally we got 0.529. What are remaining? N square by Z, into 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeter. So this can be written as R is equal to 0.529 n square by Z into 10 to the power of 1 centimeter is equal to 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. 100 centimeters is equal to 10 square centimeter. So 1 centimeter is equal to 10 to the power of minus 2 meter. So 10 to the power of minus 2 into 10 to the power of minus 8. 10 to the power of minus 10 meter. So R is equal to 0.529 n square by Z angstrom. So we know that angstrom, 1 angstrom is equal to 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeter or 10 to the power of minus 10 meter. So this is the radius of electron in nth orbit. If we can take n, this is n, rnth orbit. So if n is equal to 1, 0.529 by Z, this is not a 2Z. Z is equal to atomic number, where Z is equal to atomic number, 0.529 n square by Z angstrom. Okay, now next now, so this is the Rn is equal to 0.529 n square by Z angstrom. So once again, so this is the nucleus, this is the electron having negative charge. Next, nucleus of charge is positive. Here suppose here the nucleus containing Z protons. What its charge? Its charge we can say Ze plus. Why it can be written as E plus? So the charge of proton and charge of electron are equal. What its value? 1.60 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulombs. But its charges are different. Charge of proton is plus, charge of electron is negative. So charge of proton P is equal to electron. So its sign is E plus, right? Now this nucleus containing Z protons. Okay, what its total charge? Ze plus. So some of the electrostatic force attraction between the nucleus and electron. So that electrostatic force of attraction is equal to Fe is equal to, according to Coulomb's law, F is equal to K into Q1 Q2 by R square. So K into Q1 its charge Ze plus into Q2 E minus by R square, right? This is the Coulomb's law. Now K Z E square by R square. Now here minus the charge of proton and charge of electron is opposite sign. So its value for proton value, charge of proton is equal to plus 1.60 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulombs. Charge of electron is equal to minus 1.60 into 10 to the power minus coulombs. Plus into minus, right? Now this electron is present in rotatory motion, any rotatory body having centrifugal force. That means that force acting away from the nucleus. So the formula of centrifugal force is equal to mv square by r. Here the electron having some mass, it is moving with some velocity in r radius, right? So for electron in the stationary orbit. So here the electron cannot move towards the nucleus or cannot away from the nucleus due to these two forces are equal, and these two are present in opposite directions. So the electron can revolve around the nucleus in stationary orbits, right? It's right. So electrostatic force of attraction is equal to minus centrifugal force. Both forces are equal, but these two are present in opposite directions. So that can be taken as minus, right? Now electrostatic force of attraction minus k Z square by r square is equal to minus centrifugal force minus mv square by r. R can be cancelled. What is remaining? R is equal to minus k minus cancel k Z square by mv square. So this equation we can say 1. According to second postulate of Bohr's atomic theory, mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi, v is equal to nh by 2 pi mr. So where v square is equal to n square h square 4 pi square m square r square, right? This equation we can say 2. From 1 and 2 we can write r is equal to k z square by m. What is the value of v square? V square is equal to n square s square by 4 pi square m square r square. Now this can be written as k into z square 4 pi square m square r square by m into n square s square. M cancel. So r is equal to k into e square 4 pi square 1 m into r square by h square. This z can be written and h and n square, right? Where r are cancelled, remaining where r is equal to n square h square is equal to into r, right? So where r is equal to n square h square by k e square 4 pi square m into z. Now all the values are substituted in this equation. What are that values? H is the Planck's constant. Its value is taken in CGS 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 27 erg into second. Next, square into n square, that's not a constant. K, its value is k is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon is equal to 9 into 10 to the power of 9, 10 into 10 to the power of 9. And charge of electron in ESU means electrostatic unit. ESU means electrostatic units. E is equal to 4.80 into 10 to the power of minus 10 ESU, right? Square into 4, pi value 3.14 whole square into mass of electron, that can be also taken in grams, 9.10 into 10 to the power minus 28, and Z, right? So all these values are simplified. Finally we got 0.529 n square by Z into 10 to the power of minus 8. So all the units are cancelled, remaining units are centimeters, right? R is equal to 0.529 n square by Z. So the 1 centimeter is equal to 10 to the power of minus 2 meter, 10 to the power minus 8 into 10 to the power minus 2, 10 to the power of minus 10 meter. So Rn is equal to 0.529 n square, 10 to the power of minus 10 can be written as 1 angstrom is equal to 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeter or 10 to the power of minus 10 meter. So that can be written angstrom. So this is the value of radius of electron in the nth orbit. Rn is equal to 0.529 n square by Z, where now the radius of electron in nth orbit, in nth orbit for hydrogen atom, for hydrogen atom is equal to, so for hydrogen atom Z is equal to 1. What is atomic number? 1. So Rn is equal to 0.529 n square angstrom by Z is equal to 1. So this is the formula for a radius of electron in the nth orbit for hydrogen atom. This is for hydrogen like species, like isoelectronic species with hydrogen. What is isoelectronic species with hydrogen? So He plus, Li2 plus, and B hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium 3 plus. All these are containing one electron, but its atomic number is varies 2, 3, 4. So the radius of electron in the nth orbit for isoelectronic species of hydrogen atom, what its formula? Rn is equal to 0.529 n square by Z angstrom. Now I am going to explain one sum on this concept. So please observe these sums. So the ratios of radii of the first three Bohr orbits of hydrogen atom. The ratios of radii of the first three Bohr orbits of hydrogen atom. So we know that Rn is equal to 0.529 n square, 0.529 n square angstrom. This is the radius of orbit in hydrogen atom, 0.529 n square angstrom. So the ratios of radii of the first three orbits means n is equal to 1, n is equal to 2, n is equal to 3. So this is the nucleus, these are the orbits, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now R1 is to R2 is to R3 is equal to, so 0.529 into 1 square is to, so 0.529 into 2 square into is 0.529 into 3 square. So these are cancelled. What is remaining? 1 square means 1, 2 square means 4, 3 square means 9. So this is the ratio between radius of first three Bohr orbits. R1 is to R2 is to R3 is equal to 1 is to 4 is to 9. This is the answer. Now so this means if the n value increases, its radius is increases. Its n value, if n value increases, its radius are increases. Now goes to second sum. The ratio of radius of Bohr first orbit for the electron orbiting the hydrogen nucleus to that of the orbiting the deuterium nucleus is approximately. So these values are given. What are that? 1 is to 1, 1 is to 2, 2 is to 1, 1 is to 4. Now here what are the atoms are given? Hydrogen and deuterium. So hydrogen, 1H1 is said to be hydrogen, 1H2 is said to be deuterium. These two are hydrogen and deuterium are isotopes. What is isotope? So isotopes are having same atomic number but different in mass number. These are the atomic number. Z value is equal to 1, 1, but its mass number is 1 and 2. So what is the isotope? Isotopes are having same atomic number but different in mass number, right? Now we can find the radius of first orbit of both hydrogen and deuterium. What is the formula for radius? Rn is equal to 0.529 n square by z, n square by z, n square by z, right? So its z value is 1. For hydrogen z value is equal to 1. Similarly for deuterium also z value is equal to 1. Similarly for deuterium also z value 1. So what is the isotope? Both are having same atomic number but different in mass number of the same element, right? So R1 of hydrogen is to R1 of first orbit, both are first orbit that of deuterium, so R1 of deuterium is equal to 0.529 into 1 square by z value 1 is to 0.529 into what is the first, this is also first orbit, 1 square by what is the atomic number of deuterium, that is also 1. So totally these are cancelled, its value is 1:1, 1:1. So this is the right answer, 1:1. Why? Its atomic number are same, its atomic numbers are same. So 1:1 is the answer. So according to this equation, Rn is equal to 0.529 n square by z angstrom. If the atomic number is increases, its radius is decreases, but if the n is increases, radius is increases. These two are present in directly proportional, these two are present in inversely proportional. Okay, thank you. Please subscribe our channel.